Hey, it's Mike. Just something on my mind. Just want to share a quick story about judging others and jumping to conclusions. We were in Nashville, my wife, kids, and I, right before Christmas. Just took a quick little family getaway, and we're walking around the Grand Ole Opry House. And I bought my kids a few bags of popcorn. Each had their own bag of popcorn from a street vendor. And this guy, he's sitting in a rocking chair outside the Opry House, and he looks at me straight-faced and says, "Man, your kids are spoiled rotten." And I said, "Man, we're on vacation. We're just letting loose. Tell me you don't do that on vacation." Well, he offered no response, didn't break, didn't smile or anything. And I thought nothing of it, because it is what it is. He can believe what he wants. Well, later that night, my son asked me, my 12-year-old, he said, "Dad, do you think I'm spoiled?" I said, "No. Let me ask you. Have you ever heard your mom or I say you're spoiled?" He said, "No." "What about your aunts and uncles?" "No." "About your grandparents?" "No." "Okay, what about your friends' parents? Have they ever said you're spoiled?" "No." "Well, screw what that guy thinks." And that's about the hardest language I use, but really, forget what he thinks, because he means nothing. And who is he to judge us based on one interaction? Not even an interaction, he just saw us. And I told my son, I said, "Look, he doesn't know what you've been through. He doesn't know the sacrifices that we made as a family. He doesn't know that you have watched your dad worry himself sick about finances. He doesn't know about us having to pick up odd jobs just to make ends meet several months back. And he also doesn't know that you have a set of chores that you are held accountable for that if you don't do them. He just doesn't know. So for him to judge you based on a bag of popcorn that you're eating, I mean, that's small of him, and he really had no right. But think about what he did. It was several hours between the interaction with this guy and my son asking me that question, and it sat on his mind for that long. We have to be careful what we say to each other, and we also have to be careful not to judge. And I told my son, I said, never judge unless you know the entire story. And we never know the entire story, so never judge. And I hope it's one of those lessons that stick, and he just this interaction with this guy. And imagine if my son didn't feel close enough to me to ask me what happened, or do you really feel this way about me, it could have sat on his mind for who knows how long. So be careful what you say to people, and let's not judge each other, and let's be civil to each other. Let's be cool to one another. Thanks.